In this video, guys, I'm gonna show you exactly how I took myself from skinny fat to jacked, and I'm gonna show you the exact system that I used to get the results. And I'm gonna explain it to you so you can actually understand it and how you can actually change your life by getting in shape. So when I first started working out, I was pretty much skinny. I never really had like that really defined abs. Like it was always a little bit fat around here in my midsection. I was always like just unconfident, didn't have like a lot of motivation, energy, has stuttered, had like anxiety issues, kind of had like ADHD, self-diagnosed. I really couldn't like couldn't really read, couldn't really uh, portray my thoughts out in the world, and it was just a reflection of me, like a reflection of my body just being puny physique, and it just led me to really be frustrated about myself, frustrated about life, right? And obviously, it was a younger guy, but was a really turning point in my life because I could have stayed down this path, and or I could have changed, which what I've done. And I've tried multiple programs. Like I've tried multiple things online. So I did a lot of programs that were free, like I did on YouTube, saw different workouts, tried different ab workouts, tried going to the gym 6, 7 days a week to see some results. Didn't really see any results, kind of fell off. Didn't really have a coach, didn't have any system. So it was just I was all over the place. I didn't get the results until I started to finally implement the system that we're going to go over today, and it allowed me to really see results like this. And this is when I really started to get that defined shoulders. My abs started to pop out. Started to really see some crazy results by just really understanding how to build muscle, how to grow a physique, how everything works. And I did everything without cutting out my favorite foods. So I still enjoy the foods, and I don't really stress about the gym. And I transformed my identity in all areas. I built a coaching business because I have the confidence that I can I can help people achieve the same thing. And where I had the issue is that I thought that I needed to take some magical supplements to build muscle. I thought I needed to take creatine, focus on like the perfect brand of protein powder, pre-workout, what have you. And it doesn't really matter, right? Well, and I thought I had to be in the gym. I thought more gym equals more results, which was not true. I used to really focus on cardio a lot, but it doesn't really matter, right? Does it? It matters, but it doesn't, right? It's not the main driving force for getting that lean physique that you want, right? So I was doing all the wrong things, and was doing it for years, and that's what kept me in the spiral of not seeing the results. So the actual problem, again, like we talked about, is just trying different programs, doing things on YouTube, random workouts. You know, I used to download the workouts, run it for 2 weeks, saw nothing, then I moved on to the next thing. So there's a lot of inconsistency in my life, which make me feel weaker mentally. And I would quit, come back a couple weeks, feel stuck, lose confidence. And I was in that constant cycle. So I had no structure, no identity, and I was stuck in that cycle. And it caused me to stay in like that average look, that skinny fat look. I felt like I was going backward. I stopped really trusting myself. I stopped trusting in the process. And I avoid looking at myself in the mirror. I didn't have that confidence still. Um, and I really wanted to quit, right? But what I was missing was a system that was built around not money, not support, not stability, something that you can really follow on a day-to-day basis, that you don't need to stress about the food, that you don't need to stress about the gym, that actually you can implement in your busy life right now. And that's what we're going to go over here today. Guys, you need to understand that fitness is not about your physique. Every guy I've seen fell, including myself, was trying to change his body without changing who he was. You can follow a perfect program, hit every workout, eat and do everything right, and still look the same 6 months later because The body is a reflection of the identity that's working it, that's running it, basically. Most guys are chasing the physique. I was chasing survival, but I learned that they're the same thing, basically. Both require you to become someone new. Not motivation, not discipline for weeks. Actually someone new. The gym, I use it as a tool. And identity is what works. And when I was sleeping in a parking lot, the gym wasn't about aesthetics. It was about a place that I had control of. The one thing that I could show up and know exactly what I was doing there. I was there to do. It was a daily proof that I could do hard things and rebuild. It was a place where I can see growth. Going to the gym built the mindset. The mindset built the habits. The habits built the business, the search, the platforms, the brand. None of this happened without the foundation in the gym. None of it. And that's what I teach. Not just how to train, but how to eat, or how to eat, but how to use your physique to become the man you're supposed to be. Right? So, how to take discipline you built under the barbell and transfer it into all areas of your life. The physique is a proof. It's not the point. And that's why I create the Flexletic Academy program. And I'm going to break everything down into 3 phases. Phase number 1 is where we kill the noise and build foundation. You're going to come in thinking that you have a workout problem, diet problem. You don't. You have an awareness problem. You've been operating on autopilot, eating without intention, and training without direction, living without structure. Phase 1 fixes that. We dial in your nutrition around what you can actually afford and sustain. We build a training plan you can execute with whatever access you have. And we start tracking everything, not because the numbers are the point, but because awareness is the first act of control. What you get is a body that starts responding, the routine that actually holds, for the first time, real evidence that you can follow through. And you'll start to feel like it makes sense. Like you can handle all this for the first time. Then we move to phase 2. Phase 2 is where most guys quit. It's where real work starts. You see results, your body's changing, then something pulls you back. Old habits, old thinking. The version of you that's comfortable being average starts fighting for survival. This phase is where we name it and beat it. We address what's originally holding you back. We identify that the things that kept you stuck. Now all your old thinking, we destroy it. The comparing yourself to who you used to be, we surface all of it and build a mindset infrastructure that pulls you through it. What you get is consistency that doesn't break when life gets hard. The ability to show up when you don't feel like it. And you feel like you actually control yourself for the first time. Like the old version of you has less grip than ever before in your life. And then we move to phase 3. The end of the transformation, beginning the rest of your life. By this point, the physique is there, but most importantly, you're different. The way you carry yourself, the way you make decisions, the way you show up to work, in relationships. Every room you walk in, the discipline isn't something that you have to force anymore. It's who you are. We lock nutrition, flexibility. So you're not depending on, just anything to stay lean. We build a training program around your life long term. Not a program you eventually abandon. Something that you can adjust as your life adjusts. And you get a physique that's permanent. An identity that doesn't depend on motivation. You become a guy who doesn't need coached anymore. Need to be coached anymore because you become your own standard. And you feel like you're not the same person because you're not. Guys, this is where all these guys are at. These are clients that I was able to help and change their identity about themselves. Because once you master yourself, master physique, master work, you master discipline, this is when you start to see and make progress. But yeah, man, these are the exact phases that all of my clients went through. Mohammed, myself, the twins here, they all went through the same exact process to change their identity. Because end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Change your identity, changing who you are to become the person that has undeniable proof. And then you translate this into all areas of your life. You want to create undeniable proof. You want to create a system that you can control, that's designed around your life, that doesn't control you, and you control it, and where you're seeing results, and you're finally moving in a direction that you want to be. It all starts with your body. That's where you can see that proof right away. And you translate that, use that energy to move other areas of your life. So if you want to be a part of this, you want to be a part of the system, to join the academy, check out the link below, fill out a quick form, and I will be in touch.